everybody to another session of Slit Business School Success Stories. So, as you all know, this is a video series that we are bringing in to discuss to celebrate the success of our own alumni and also share a bit of their experience so that they can help the undergraduates who are currently studying in our business school in SLIIT. So today I have the pleasure of introducing Mr. Pulasti De Silva, who is the Director of Ventura Apparel Private Limited and the Country Manager, Expert Education and Visa Services, and also the Manager of Expert Campus Private Limited. So without further ado, let me ask Mr. Pulasti to briefly introduce himself to our audience.
Thank you, Gajaba and Slit alumni for this opportunity. Yes, as you all know, I'm Pulasti De Silva, and I'm the Director for Ventura Apparel Private Limited and the Country Manager for Expert Education and Visa Services, and the Manager for Expert Campus. So yes, to give you guys a small introduction about myself, I actually originated from Galle. I attended to St. Aloysius College, Galle, and then in 2009 I came to Colombo to attend SLIIT and engaged in the business school, business faculty, to follow the Bachelor's of Business Administration degree. So I completed that in 2013, and then again I engaged with several business companies to work, and then currently I am in these positions, so which we can discuss in further of this session, right?
Yeah, certainly, Mr. Pulasti. So actually, viewers, as you can see that we have a guest who has a vast amount of experience, especially in multiple capacities and industries. So I have set up a few questions for you, Pulasti, questions we have got from our audiences, and also a few questions that I think in general that would be beneficial for our audience to listen to and get an understanding.
First of all, I'll start with explaining the nature of each business that I'm involved in. Ventura Apparel Private Limited is in the business into apparel industry, global apparel industry. The business is originated from Australia, and very soon it will come into Sri Lanka as a prestige top apparel brand and the fashion brand, which will do a necessary change in the style of the Sri Lankan community. So under this brand, we have a lot of qualities. We actually admire the quality of the product. We admire the prestige of the people who use these products, and also the major part is we involve a lot of the production of these products are based in Sri Lanka. So we actually value the quality of Sri Lankan community and the employees who, as you all know, the industry was playing a big role back then, back last 3 decades. So there is a high professionalism, and the technical part of the industry is really there in Sri Lanka. So we want our Sri Lankan community to get empowered and get the maximum out of it, which is going down at the moment if you will see the industry of apparel. But we don't want to let it go. We just want to bring it back to Sri Lankan people and start the production, start the industry, encourage and energize people in Sri Lankan community, and give them an opportunity to work and get them a considerable amount of payment pays, and then basically to empower them and make themselves comfortable. So that is the total idea behind this brand. So though we have enough and more chances to go out and do the productions, we will be, as a policy, we will be doing the most productions in Sri Lanka, just to give the idea of Sri Lankans to be profitable again in this industry, and as a whole as well the industry will be boosted once the Ventura is being in place. So that is about Ventura. And Expert Education and Research Services is an Australian company again, which is having 11 branches in 11 countries, which is operating in 11 countries. And in Australia itself, it has 13 branches. So it's a massive network. And I'm heading the Sri Lankan operation. I'm looking after the Sri Lankan operation. We have 2 branches, Colombo and Kandy. So we are planning on starting up a lot of branches in Sri Lanka, covering all major cities, which will not be a big deal for Sri Lankan students to pursue their higher education dreams in countries like Australia, Canada, and UK. To take these 3 of businesses that I'm involved with, every business has a concept behind, which is a good concept in the nature of the business and also the society. So I think that is the main thing that drives the businesses forward in the industries and the market.
So could you please tell us in detail more about your the responsibilities in each of these companies, and what are the positions you're holding, and your daily operations? How is that happening? I'm sure the viewers would like to know more about that.
Yes. So in Ventura, I am the one who's looking after the operations. So in terms of responsibilities, yes, I have 3 departments who are working closely. One is the factory, the production department, who are mainly where the products are produced, and then the fashion or the designing department, who are starting from that is where what importance is incurred in, because the designing is what is going to shine outside. So design department is also there, and then again the fabric sourcing department, which is fabric and trim sourcing department. So those 4 departments are there under me, and also accounting department as well, the finance department as well following. So my responsibility is to make sure that seeing the the vision of the company, and as we have already defined the vision, my responsibility is to make sure that the departments and the people, employees, are following that vision under the mission statement. So I actually wanted to make sure that people are driving with the profitability, effectiveness, and efficiency. And also one of my strategy what I'm using in this terms of responsibility maintenance is to connect each and every department together and link each and every department and let them to work independently and take the outcome of the work. So I'm very focused on the outcome and the motivation of the self-motivation of the employees, and those are the areas that I'm really involving in. And in terms of responsibility, yes, I'm just overlooking the business, and I wanted it to be profitable and satisfactory level at the end of the day. In terms of the next business, Expert Education Services, I am the country manager for that. I'm looking after a few departments, like all the operations are being monitored by the headquarters in Colombo, head office, and Kandy office is also operating at the moment. So we have 4 departments altogether: counselors, who are the front riders of the business, and the visa department, and the marketing department. So all 3 departments are playing a major role, because I believe it has to come from the everybody should work into a right direction. So our direction is to be unique in the market. So our market department is playing a major role in that. So when we specialize in some area to make it ourselves unique in the market, my responsibility is to bring down that to the scratch of the business, who are in the lower level people as well, who should follow that vision. So and uniqueness that created by the marketing department. So that is I'm maintaining that. I am looking after that part, and also I'm doing market analysis by myself, as I'm having some good experience in the industry, and I'm bringing down all the necessary adjustment that we need to make, and I'm making sure that the team is also following that, and likewise. So, and the third business is Expert Campus. Yes, Expert Campus is also the same. I have a few people who are working under me, and I want. We are most of the time we are looking at the quality of the delivery and how we gonna make a different in the market and give a different experience to the students. So that is being maintained. So as long as those aspects are being maintained, my responsibilities most of are met satisfactorily met. So meeting. So those are the three businesses, and altogether, if I take three businesses, I would like to emphasize that the people who are working in the each and every functions of the business is very important. If the right person has been given the right job to do, I think the life is very easy. Otherwise, it will be a mess. So I think I'm maintaining that as a part of my responsibility to take the whole thing. Yes.
Right. So I think we got a very extensive understanding about the background of your current business organization, that you're the various business organizations, I should say. And so I think we set a good background for our discussion here. So Mr. Pulasi, I would like to ask a question. After graduating, especially I think this would be valuable for the young viewers who will be joining with us, the undergraduates. So right after you step out of the university, undergraduates, the graduates after the university, they are presented with multiple opportunities, multiple avenues. They could go into, especially that's the uniqueness of the business school, because you're not limited to a particular industry, but because the commerce and the business is common to multiple industries. So in this situation, how did you particularly decide that you want to go into education or apparel sector, or what was your thought process in that whole selection making process?
What I believe is we are as humans, we are learning and moving. So it's not like we know everything. So it's like when we in the early 20s, we should learn first. We should learn and make our own path. So when I graduated, I got an opportunity. Actually, SWIT given me that opportunity to go for interviews for internship program provided by Central Bank of Sri Lanka, which is a fantastic opportunity for someone to have after the bachelor's degree completion. So luckily, I got selected in the interviews. Very few have been given that opportunity. So I was lucky enough to get into that. Then also, I was like a little bit into the analysis. I was good in analysis. I was passionate in analysis, and also I was passionate about economics as well. So economics was one of a passionate area which supported me when I got into the Central Bank of Sri Lanka, which gave me an idea about Sri Lankan economy, how it's happening and how the things are handling by the monitoring and controlling. So after like completing good 3 or 4 months of completing my internship, then I thought how I'm going to select the industry that I really wanted to work into in this next year. So since I was a business graduate, I had a lot of it's a wide area that I can cover. Lot of industries can be suitable for me. So I thought I did my own analysis, and I figured out apparel industry back in 2012 was doing really good, and even in the global market as well as in Sri Lankan economy, it was a great portion of the exports are being taken out from the apparel industry. So I thought it will be a sustainable industry for me to get in. So then I applied for Next Sourcing, which is a subsidiary of Next PLC UK. It's a brand. So I got selected, and then I spent there for 3 to 4 years, nearly 4 years, as a business analyst. So that was a fantastic opportunity for me to be the only business analyst in that company to analyze the global market of apparel. So, and I was the one who was giving advices to the top management to make decisions. I'm not really giving the advices, but I was the one who is doing the analysis and forecast and all of those stuff. And then it gave me a heavy understanding about the industry. And thereafter, after a certain time period, I thought I wanted to move out from the next, and I wanted to start my own thing. So another 2 years of time, I was trying my level best to start up a brand, where I got involved with Ventura back in 2006. And then I'm still working for them as a director. And then again, I thought, yes, it's a time for me to diversify myself and touch into another industry, because I believe that having knowledge in each and every industry and as much as possible will uplift your value to the as a business profession. Then I engage with the education industry. Also, again, it's a marvelous industry to work with. So now I'm engaging with local education as well as foreign education both. So that's how I actually segregated myself into industries. As I think I answered your question.
Yeah, quite well, Mr. Pulasi. Actually, you highlighted a very important point there. For all the people who are looking at this video, all the undergraduates, keep your eyes open for the opportunities, because there's no one right answer, wrong answer when you're stepping onto the career industry. So you will learn, you will get experiences, and you need to trust that your method, your path will be the way to success. Only thing is, you need to put your heart and soul. I'm sure from Pulasi's experience, you would have got that understanding where the effort that he's putting into his work. You can see it from the way he talks about certain things in his business aspect. So Mr. Pulasi, could you please, as the next question, I would like to ask, is it possible? This is a common question, I think, in many interviews that you might have got, but I want to ask that, and also a further on question. What sort of challenges, mostly if you can highlight the challenges that you are facing in your current role, and also as a follow-up, let us know in your line of work, what sort of opportunities will you be getting? What sort of opportunities do you have you received to your career, to you as a person to grow in this path that you have selected?
Yeah, in terms of challenges, it's like this. Everything is a challenge. I think we should take everything serious. Even a single small thing should be taken into high consideration, because every single thing is going to matter where you are heading for. Everything I take everything as a challenge, but most of the time, since you asked about the currently what I am facing as a challenge is, most of the time, understanding people, human, is the biggest challenge. You should not be limited to one layer of society. You should be having experience in each and every society levels in Sri Lanka or in any other country or globally. So when you are mastering the society like that, you are automatically capable of understanding people. Because if you are failing to understand people, you will have the challenge. You will not never get going to how you going out from the challenge. You will be definitely have a major issue and will mess in the beginning. So understanding people is one of the challenge that I actually came through. It was supported me because I came from Gaul, and then again since strict one of a major decision and one of a life-changing decision that I took joining SRIP after I came from Gaul. I met a lot of different layer of societies in SRIP. Like most of them are like coming straight from Colombo, which is we believe that the highest level of people at the moment, because highest level of globalized people in Sri Lanka, in Colombo, I would say. So I got a chance to mingle with them. So then the next challenge was to uplift my personality. So I develop myself into that level that I can face to any kind of a society level. So even if I go back to my school university days, that was one of a challenge I had, but I overcame it. So, and then the next challenge was yes, taking the decision. Decision making is another challenge. If you do not make the right decision, then you are going to face another big issue. So when I go back to my next PLC next days, I wanted to open up a business. So I don't want to work as a business analyst forever. So that was a big decision that I took. So then I just left next behind and took a straight decision to go out and start my own business. So that was a big decision that I took. I think I'm rewarding those decisions. So that is also one of a challenge to take the decision, right decision. So I should give an advice to the people before taking the decision. I think one of a mentor who has taught me this. Never think 100 million times before you take the decision. But once you take the decision, just don't turn back. Just move forward with the decision, and no regret at all. Try your level best to make that decision successful. So I think I'm having that quality in my life. So in terms of opportunities, every challenge is an opportunity. To overcome the challenge, it will be an opportunity. So major opportunity that I got is to whenever my director, Mr. Venmar Silva, asked, okay, Pulasti, this is your time. You show me whether you are talent enough for this or not. So then it's a matter for me to create my path. That is like this. I will advise you. Opportunities will not come to you. You will have to find the opportunities as well. So sometimes you will not be given opportunities all the time. So that is one of a quality that I have. I am not a person who is waiting till opportunities come. I take the opportunity and I create my own opportunity, and I create my path. So one of an opportunity which has been given to me was when I joined Expert as a business development manager. So then again, I thought they've given a chance for me to upgrade myself as a branch manager. That was an opportunity. Okay, I said yes. Okay, I'll take that opportunity. So I took that opportunity and I managed my level best. I think so. I did my level best. So then again, just like that, you have to be sticking to one industry, one business for a certain time, and then again you will get a chance. Whenever you get a chance, you have to grab it. So sometimes most of the people I have seen, they will get the opportunity, they don't know it, but they were like so lethargic to take that opportunity. They were just take themselves down, and then they were like making themselves comfortable to certain levels. So I would advise you guys not to be like that. Always make yourself busy, and don't actually go into the comfort level. Try to improve yourself all the time. Then once you are in that cycle, the opportunities will urge you into the opportunity. So that is one of these things. So and opportunity wise, yes, that is one of an advice I can give.
Right. Okay. So interesting discussion, Mr. Pulas. Actually, when you talk about opportunities, it comes to my mind what a definition of what luck is. So it's actually to do with being prepared when an opportunity arrives. So that is actually, if you think about it, luck is also of some people. Like when you in that discussion, when you said when the opportunity presented for you to become a branch manager, you took it up and you were prepared for it. And I think the results are here for us to see. So moving on to the next question, Mr. Pulas, this is purely. I mean, we are now moving on to the area where we discuss about your history at SLIIT at State Business School. So, how would you describe SLIIT as a university? How has it impacted your life in a general context?
As I explained, first I came to SLIIT. Actually, I had no idea because I was not really. My decision I made to study out of the other option of playing cricket. So to be a professional cricketer. So I just wanted to be study and continue myself in that ladder. Then I got into it. It is a different experience. I would say, like if you take the topic slit as a whole, it was like a different experience. Someone should definitely have in their life. So whole 3 years was one of only target that I have been given was to complete the degree. So other than studying, I was enjoying a lot in it because the environment and the facilities that they provide and the quality of lectures. And it's like it was totally a turning point in my life. So and the attractions and the event that they carry out and the sports sections, and I can't even finish by telling that those are facilities that are provided by state. So and that exposure gave me a huge opportunity for me to build myself into this level. So if I take a percentage, I would say 50-60% of my achievements are based on the experience that I got from SLIIT. So they just don't deliver lectures; they deliver the experience. So other than the technical part of theories, there are a lot of opportunity for you to feel the life as a student. So I would highly admire that opportunity for me given by the state. So yes, I'm very thankful for that.
Yeah. And Mr. Purasthi, I think you touched lightly on I think a major aspect of your university life, that is a sport aspect. I think, could you please share a bit more on that as well?
Yes. So other than studies, I got a lot of time, spare time. So I thought, yes, I should definitely do some sports. And I saw that people are practicing in the ground, street ground. So then I thought of, go and have a look. So then I had a look by sitting on the steps, and then again one of a guy I actually called me, and I played, and then they said, okay, why don't you join? So I then joined. I think back in 2010. Then by the time I left Street, I graduated. I was the vice captain of the Street rugby team and played 2 big matches with Titan. So it was a fantastic experience for me to it's all about the experience that I got out from street rugby was the team effort that we made, and how to be a team, and how to connect as a team, and how to drive the team end of the day to the victory. So all of these aspects are being met in my street rugby life. So and also I would like to say that the concept that the strategy of rugby is quite simultaneously impacting to business life as well. So it's like this. So in business, in rugby, you have one opposition to fight, like the team. So but you can't play the solo game in rugby. Then you are done in the field. So it's a hard game, as you all know. So you should be comply with the setup. A team that works into same, into one direction. So the connectivity of the team, teamwork, and the commands, and all of these are very important points in rugby. When it comes to business, that is also the same, because some individually no one can win the business world. It's all about the teamwork. So connectivity is very important between the team members. So, as you all know, the so-called most popular rugby team, All Blacks, they hardly hit to the opponents. Like they always even though they go and contact the opponent, the ball has passed the next person. So the next person coming towards the gap. So that is not like they are looking at the person coming behind and just passing the ball. It's not like that. Just the sense is working. So see the team, the spirit of the team, and the sensor that works in between the team members. So that same concept should come into the business as well. When you have a team like working like a team that All Blacks works, I think the major challenges in the competition of the market and the business development and the winning the business objectives are not going to be big deal. So that is one of a quality that I took out from the Street Rugby, and I'm very thankful for that opportunity as well from SLAA.
Right. Thank you, Mr. Pulasi, for sharing that very insightful view from one of his team, the Street Rugby vice captain. So next, Mr. Pulasi, could you please now you spoke about sports, you spoke about the university in general. What do you think? What do you think about the business school in specific, and how it had helped through academics or through any other extracurricular activity? How the business school and the curriculum has helped you in your current career?
Yes, especially for business school, I would pull out a term called creative thinking. Yes, creative thinking. That's the first time I heard that word was in my first year in the business school. Actually, Professor Deeksha Suravira was the one who was so into that creative thinking. So that creative thinking, that teachings that I got from Professor Deeksha Suravira is rewarding me now. So how to think, going beyond your circle of thinking, and how to be creative of it. So that is one of a major thing that is being valued in the global commercial world as well as that actually came out from a business school. Apart from that, I developed my personality from SLAIT business school. There were a lot of presentations to be done for us first year itself, which was a major challenge at that time for me. But I gradually developed my skill to, my public speaking skills, presentation skills. Those skills came only from the business school. That was a major thing that I should highlight if I turn back my life and see. And also the support given in the assignments and all other aspects. Like I would definitely recall Professor Telitjagoda and Ms. Mano Valikadapala and all the lecturers supported to me, because I was so busy with rugby and having less interest on studies, I would be very frank. But they were really helping me out, I would say. I really appreciate that support. I mean, it's an extraordinary support given by them. Not only for me, but also for every student. So that was a fantastic thing to recall, and I think that I see that's been continued for the moment as well. As the students are being the products are coming out from the business school. Actually, I actually recruited a few people from Street Business School. They were doing really good, and there's a huge gap from the other institutes who are coming out from the other institutes. I mean, everything is perfect. I mean, that is a good resource that you're putting out, school, that I really appreciate, because I'm also depending on your school at the moment, because I really impressed about the qualities and the qualifications that are bringing into our companies by the people who are getting out from the school. So that is one of the things that I need to highlight. Yeah, there are a lot of things that I could talk, but I think the time is limited.
Yes, indeed. I mean, we are eternally grateful for all of our lecturers. I'm sure all the alumni are. We are running out of time, yes, Pulasi, but there is one more, actually, two more questions. So, firstly, how's your future going to be like? What's in your future goals?
My future goal is to be a CEO of a multinational company. So that is my future goal. I mean, it's not an easy task. Not an easy task. But if you can determine yourself that, I think it's possible.
Great to hear that, and we from all of us, we are wishing you all the very best for that. So before signing off, just Mr. Pulasi, if you can just share a bit of advice for people who are still studying, people who are still undergraduates at SLIIT, particularly in the business school, from it could be from various aspects, from your academic side of things, it could be from your professional environment. So would you care to share some advice with us from your vast experience?
Yes. When students coming out from the university as a graduate, don't limit yourself to higher positions. Like, as I know that some people coming out from universities expected to have big positions in the companies. So I would not recommend you to have such mindset. You should have a down to earth mindset, because you can't be going to a top level by not knowing the lower level duties. So just make your mind to be the lowest position. If you are being given that chance, I would highly admire. If I am the one who is getting that into that level after graduation, I would take it. Because most of the people will not get it, because if you climbing up in the ladder of the hierarchy, one point there will be a one point that you need that exposure or the experience of the lower level people. So any chance top from age 20 to 30, as I think Jack Ma was saying, fail as much as possible. Fail as much as possible. Cry. Get bombarded from the bosses, but don't do the same mistake again and again. But fail as much as possible. That will train you to be a good person in your 30s. So if you are lucky enough, if you are brightest enough, very unlikely you will see some people who will be a major person in a company or a business in his 20s. It's very unlikely, but in a general terms, most of the people who are in the top level of the business are in their 30s. So why? Because they have used their 20s into a certain, into a level that helps that experience to build themselves to the proper level in the 30s. So I would recommend you to be the humble and the down to earth people, and try to learn as much as possible after your graduation, and use your knowledge that you gathered from your bachelor's into a certain extent in your business world, in your professions, and then upgrade yourself into maybe a master's or a doctorate, where you see yourself differently, see the level of businesses different angle, and that itself will bring you up, and use that knowledge into business. Then again, that will make you manage or top level professionals in the future. So those are the advices that I can give. And attitudes, yes, attitudes are very important. Trust is very important. Make your attitudes very genuine, and that will reward you one day. Yes, those are the few things that I can actually coming into my mind in this level of time.
Right. Thank you very much, Mr. Pulasi, for those very insightful and very informative session that we had. I think I know we are very busy at this very moment, because the country is going through a pandemic situation. But thanks to Zoom technology, we were still able to continue the discussion what we originally planned as a face-to-face discussion. I hope all our viewers got a great insight into a successful story of one of our alumni from State Business School. So we have come to the end of the time that has been allocated for us for this video. So I would like to end this video here, and we once again thanking Mr. Pulasti for taking the time to come on board and have a discussion like this. So everyone else at home, you want to add anything, Mr. Pulasti?
I have something to say. Thank you very much, Mr. Alumni and the President Mudita and the Secretary Ms. Chalani to organize such things. It is actually inspired me as well to come into this live and present myself in front of a bunch of youngsters, and I would love to see them growing up by using my experience as well. So thank you very much. Thank you, Business School and Sri Tanumai.
Right. Then thank you everyone for joining, and we will get back to you with another interview session with another alumni from State Business School, and stay tuned for those videos. Thank you for joining.